Next up, it's the Singapore versus South Korea. This will decide who goes into play for 5th and 6th and who goes into play for 7th and 8th. Singapore had a lot of work-ons after yesterday's play. Not their finest day. 3 losses after going down also in their last game to Sri Lanka. Korea, they've only been in 2 legs of this tournament. They were in Singapore and they've been steadily improving throughout these 2 legs. There's our referee Patrick Kwok from Hong Kong. Here we go then, Singapore kicks us off, and look at these good hand skills, ball skills by the South Koreans, and just as I say that, that's what happens. Lee Jo-yeon probably just taking a look to see if she was going to have any space on the outside there. Have a look at the scrum. Singapore have got Tawatosi on the far side. Very powerful athlete. This is Lai Poisan, number 6. Alvinia Al-Yung tries to get her down to ground, does well to rip it out. Good work, and Chan's over the top. But look at the counter-rucking from South Korea. Marvellous work.
Offside.
Lee's over there to pick it up and take a couple of valuable metres. Now they give it a bit of width, but the Singapore defence comes charging up. And that was Sim Chiu Hong. Loose pass just slows things down a bit as Jiang Hye-Su has to go back. Here's Lee Min-hui. It's all over the place at the moment. Someone needs to take control and tidy this up a bit, but eventually Patrick Kwok says there's a knock-on from South Korea, so it'll be a Singapore scrum.
Crouch. Fine. Sit.
Singapore with the first chance. They put it through the hands. The Koreans come up in an arc. This is Lai.
Tackle now. Rack.
A little knock on there. So be another scrum for Singapore on the 22. Just Singapore just flinging the ball across the back line. And the Korean defence was up pretty quick. Singapore yesterday only scoring the 1 try, losing to Hong Kong 26-0, losing to China 43-0, losing to Sri Lanka 15-5. Not their best day of the series. They've managed to finish 5th in both legs, 1 and 2, and if they want to repeat that, they're going to have to make some improvements today in their 2 games. Alvinia Al-Yung out to Lai, cuts inside the right-hand shoulder of Lee, who looks like she's hurt herself. She's down on the ground. Here goes Tawatosi.
Clear release.
Lee is up for Korea. She's okay, and yet another restart for the Singaporeans, this time a penalty. South Korea yesterday losing 19-0 to Thailand and 36-0 to Japan, but pumping India at 36-0 to finish up 3rd in the group. Al-Yung now with the quick over. Going back is Lim Jae-won. It's good work from the sweeper, and she's taken it all the way back to dot it down. Where's she going? Where's she going? It's not a 22. It's going to be a scrum, 5 metres. She perhaps not sure what's going on there, Lim. Misunderstanding of the laws, perhaps. But anyway, it'll be a 5 metre scrum to Singapore. On comes Ong Pei Yi for Singapore. There is Lim scoring the own try.
Two and 6. Crouch.
A few subs for Singapore, and can they do something from 5 metres out? The backs are split. Ao Yong's right behind the scrum. She goes right. There she is. Gets a shocker. Has to juggle it. And on the back foot now.
Straight down.
And this time, the arriving players putting their hands on the floor, and Patrick Kwok penalises them. And so that's an opportunity blown from an attacking scrum like that. They could have done better. Now South Korea, they look up. They've got 90 metres to go. They get on the outside of Chan. Here goes Lim. Made that mistake earlier. Got one to beat. Takes on Ao Yong. Puts in the fend. Chan's tracked back well and takes the inside pass. It's good work from Chan Jia Yu. Very good work. She's taken on 4 Koreans there, and you could chuck a blanket over the Koreans if they can get it wide now. Tawatosi's going to get a pass, and she puts her head down and takes on 3 or 4 of the Koreans and pumps the legs. They swing it back left now. They will have numbers, but they decide to go. They go the wrong way, and luckily they win a penalty. Locked up at 0-0. Who will break this game open? Here goes Tawa Sosi. She gets up after the halfway line. Eunice Chu clears it. This is Avinia Ao Yong, a weaving run. Takes on the tackle of Seo. Grabs her by the shirt, just pulls her in. Gets forward ball. Here's Chan. Gets one off the shins. Controls it, picks it up. Here goes Tawa Sosi. If she could get away, though, she'll be hard to stop, like a runaway train.
Right now.
It's pretty messy, but the ref keeps his arm down this time. Now it looks like a knock on by Korea as Seo tried to pick it up. She batted it forward, and a couple of Singaporeans were getting back there to put pressure on her. So loose bit of play there. Neither team, Singapore with all the chances in this half. Korea have not been in the Singapore half until now. The hoot is gone. It's 0-0.
Crouch. Bind. Sit. Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Chu feeds it, gives it to Ao Yong. Puts in the big fend, but a tenacious tackle around the ankles comes in.
Now tackle, go blue.
Arm goes out. It's going to be no advantage has been played. So Kwok puts his arm down on the 10 metre now. South Korea with a chance after the hooter. They can just put it through the hands. They've got the numerics. On the outside, Lee Min Hoi. She's going to go around the outside after the hooter. And after being dominated for 7 minutes, South Korea finishes with the score that takes them in lead. We've broken the deadlock, and One chance, one try. Well played, South Korea ladies. Important kick. It's a tight game. This conversion will mean a lot. She drills it hard and low and gets it over, and that's a good kick by Lee. 7-0 at half time. It's tight here at Colombo Racetrack International Stadium. Don't forget today that all the action moves to rugbypass.com at 3 o'clock local time here in Sri Lanka, which is 2.5 hours behind Hong Kong, Singapore, China, Malaysia. We'll be on this YouTube feed right up till 3 p.m. local time. Then we'll switch over for the last 10 games to rugbypass.com. If you've not got a subscription, you can get one for free. Free for 1 month. You can watch it on your phone, your iPad, your TV, whatever you like. So after a tight first half, South Korea get us underway with not Lee's best kick of the weekend. Very tight first half. It's a slender 7-point lead to South Korea. They want to go through and contest 5th and 6th spot later today. Singapore will have to score first. Here's Chan. Singapore just drifting, but they've made some space, and tiptoeing down the sideline goes Ong Pei-yi. Covering tackle comes in from Seo, tries to wrap her up, rolls her on the wrong side, and good counter driving from Lee. Chan off the ground with a great set of hands. Tawatosi with the big run, she was through. She should have kept going. Broke the line and could have gone straight for the post, but there she is, taking it again. This is Sim Chu Hong. Here she goes again. Can she get on the outside when they tackle her low? She can't beat him. This is Sim again. They need to use Tawatosi a bit more like that. Clearly an advantage. Here she goes again. Picks it up off the base of the ruck. Good defence comes in. They've handled her well, except for that one line break there. Patrick Quox is offside at that ruck. Here she is again. Tawatosi just walks it up, all casual. South Koreans wondering what she's doing. Now Singapore. There's no overlap yet. Korean defence has been fantastic. But that's a good leg drive coming in from Ong. Up over the 22 now, but she gives away a penalty. Supporting player coming in there, had her hands on the ground. I think it was Samantha Teo, number 9 there. Lee now tries to get it to the sideline and scuffs a scruffy old kick. Here comes Shuhada. Gives a nice ball to Samantha Teo. She had Sim on the outside, couldn't link up. Away it comes, they'll be looking for Tawatosi. Here she is she going to pin her ears back? Bang, goes through the middle, gets taken down by Lee in a beautiful tackle. Chan's on the scene to pick it up. Ao Yong, Avinia Ao Yong with a crucial score under the posts. With the conversion to come, they could have levelled it up. Good ball work from Singapore, knowing where the space was, where the overlap was, and working it each way. And some good work down this close touch line by Teo and Sim to get things going. And the Koreans just ran out of numbers. Ao Yong kicks the goal, so 7-all. It's all locked up here. It's a knockout, not a knockout match, but it does decide who will go fourth and play for 5th and 6th. Chan was prominent in that move many times, and Ao Yong, she has scored a lot of tries in this series. Not so many here in Sri Lanka, but scored a lot in Hong Kong. Ao Yong gets a scone again, and Korea, they only had one chance in the first half and they scored, and they're not going to score. Fumble from Lim. Big scrum from South Korea trying to get a loose head there. Lee around the ankles. It's a nasty one to take. She's under all sorts of pressure from Ao Yong. There's a knock on. There's the mistake, but too high, says Paddy Kwok. It's a let off for South Korea. All sorts of pressure coming through from Ao Yong on that scrum. Korea almost getting the tight head there. That's not out. Ao Yong lets it bounce once, twice, 3 times. It's a difficult one, bobbling around on the floor. The arm is out for Singapore advantage. There's actually a Korean in the bin right now for 10 minutes. Chan, loop around from Sim. And advantage is over, and so South Korea with one player in the bin, back on she comes. 2 minutes. Jang. Here come Korea with a couple of minutes left. This is Park Seong-yun. Just inside their own halfway. We'll go to extra time if it stays tied up. Big hit comes in from Yu Jinju. Chan out to Nur Shuhada. Both teams knowing that this final minute, either team could snatch it. Otherwise we go to golden point extra time. Arm is out once again from Patrick Kwok. Not rolling away. Tawatosi marches forward and looks like she's going to just have a go herself. Puts the big arm in, gets away from one, can't get away from Jung. Gives a bounce pass. Bounce pass up to Samantha Teo. She can't take it, so here she goes. Just can't get away from that last tackle. Taking ball and all. There's the hooter, and we're locked up at 7-all. We're going to extra time unless Korea can go 90 metres. They had one chance in the first half and they managed to score. They can put it through the hands now. Show and go by Park. Good tackle from Chan coming in. Samantha Teo cleans it up. Lee goes in, knows she has to secure this. That's Christabel Lim on in number 4 now, and she battles her way forward like a trench soldier. Korea defending with their lives. Tawatosi comes in with a big clean out. The arm is out. Penalty. Can they score from this move? They'll be looking for Tawatosi, and there she is. She's taken it right at the death. Singapore have come back from a 7-0 deficit at half-time to win this match. And they'll go and play Sri Lanka for 5th and 6th. A repeat of yesterday's pool match, which they lost. And she's happy. Singapore are happy. Can't believe it's only her second try of the series. She's been so prolific, but some good performances there from Chan. Chan especially, Chan Jia-Yu was all over the place. She was influential, as was Alvinia Ao-Yong, and for Korea, Lee Min-hoi gave her best, but here they go. And you look up and you look at Tawatosi running at you, and she's not just big and strong, she's got some gas, goes on the outside there. And happy days for Singapore.